Is that women are far more privileged than men.
Your claim was that women are far more privileged than men.
Yeah. Privilege as in we don't really have any duties to our country. And then also if we talk about things like no-fault divorce, we typically win in court by a lot. And also we live in a country where women typically influence a lot of the political and cultural decisions.
See your points. I think they make sense. But what about how women have way more issues with safety and the gender pay gap?
So the gender pay gap has been debunked like so many times. Like it's not even a thing anymore. It's been debunked so many times. That they basically took like a survey of like all the jobs women worked and men worked, and they compared the average income. But what they found was that women were just working lower paying jobs. Like they were teachers and they're comparing that to a male surgeon. So that's been debunked so many times. That's not a thing. But if we go back to like the actual privilege part, the safety, yes, there's bad people everywhere. And that just goes back to our biological differences that men are stronger than women. And so obviously some men are going to take that power to their advantage. It's very unfortunate. We kind of live in like a very dark and evil society. I don't think that necessarily has anything to do with my claim though, that women are more privileged.
Okay, maybe we just have different definitions of privilege, because I feel like being able to like walk out comfortably at night and stuff, that is a privilege.
That definitely is a privilege, but men are involved in crime a lot as well. There's male on male crime all the time. It's just not put into the media a lot.
You know, just looking at this young lady, feminism has really taken on like a trend. It's really taken on a trend. Are you a feminist? Yeah, I'm a feminist. Hey, what is a feminist? So a feminist is someone who really goes for women's rights, and they make blanket statements. So you might rope in somebody like this that might be like, oh yeah, I'm for women's rights. I want women to be equal to men. And then they start talking about other topics the deeper you get into it. So I don't know if for these young ladies, they're going to rope you in with, you might treat men like this, or you might look at society in a way to where you might be pro-choice, that sort of thing. But the further you get into it, and the way they explain it is, well, you know, these are our ideologies and our values. So, and think about this. I know it sounds bad, but think about it this way. Think about how, as a woman, you want to be able to do this, and this. And then they put it on the extreme. So now, young ladies like this that might be like, oh, well, no, I mean, if you would have told me X, Y, and Z, then I would have wanted to support women's rights, but I wouldn't have wanted to support that. That's why you see down the line, some women say, hey, I'm leaving feminism. I didn't know it was all of this. Because a lot of these, groups are telling them, maybe they might be at college or they might be at work. They're not telling them the full story. They're just telling them the high level. Hey, this is what it means to be a feminist. You want basically equal rights for women. Well, heck yeah, shoot. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want equal rights? And that's all they tell them until you have to come out there. Here, we're having a march on Saturday. Come out and join us. And by the time you actually get to the march, you're like, whoa, what the heck is that? Like, what's going on? There's a lot of values out here, a lot of things that were said I don't agree with. No, we have to do this because, and remember, you want to be equal as a woman. And so they always, it's a con. It's just a long con is what it is.
Away, you're not allowed to film here. Get the fuck away.
I wouldn't touch
Get the fuck away. Who's touching you? Get the fuck away. Get the fuck away. Get the fuck away. Get the fuck away. Go away. Help! 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 Get the fuck away! 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 You're a loser. You're a piece of shit. You need to go away.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. You want me to tell you again?
Go ahead.
You're a loser. You're a piece of shit. You failed your mother.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, she's not fucking proud of you. You're going to hell preaching the word of the fucking Lord. Get the fuck away.
Am I over there preaching?
Are you over here filming?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And you're with them, right? Mr. Cowboy, Mr. Top Shit.
No, I'm media.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not a
I'm
preacher.
so sure. Get the fuck away. You dog cunt. You're shiny. No one else will film you.
What?
No one else will film you.
That's okay.
Okay, great.
No. Oh, she figured out how to use blinds real quick.
What are you doing? Is this guy bothering you?
Yes, he is.
Why are you bothering him?
I wouldn't touch me. Touch me or my things.
Hey,
It's
get
on.
the fuck away! You're a fucking loser! Loser piece of fucking shit!
Word.
What's he supposed to?
Fuck off.
This guy's an idiot.
I'm an idiot, eh?
Piece of fucking
Why are you
shit!
filming them? Are the police still there?
They're right there.
You want me to go get them? That you're being
You're not
harassed?
fucking doing anything. You're not doing
You're being
anything.
harassed, right?
Yes, we are.
They can't do anything. This is
Get
legal.
the fuck away! Get away! You're a loser! You're a piece of shit! Your mother's not proud of you!
Wow.
Yeah!
That's not very ladylike.
I don't give a fuck! Try me! Try me!
Try you how? I'm just filming.
I didn't tell you you could film me.
I didn't ask.
Because you're a piece of shit.
I don't need your permission.
When you're filming into a private fucking business, yeah you do, dickhead.
No, I don't.
Yeah you do, it's a private business.
Then why don't you call the cops?
The cops are here.
I know.
The cops are on your side for no fucking reason.
Because this is a right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It is.
It's a right to be a piece of shit.
It's a right to record.
Yeah, absolutely. Cry about
It's
it.
okay, young lady. You have a great day.
Get the fuck away. Get the fuck away. You're not allowed to.
Somebody in the comments said that old guy is a perfect example of how you can end up getting your teeth kicked in for not minding your own business because he had no clue what was going on and immediately started verbally abusing and getting on that guy or getting in that guy's face. Right. I kind of have the same thought. You might want to be careful. Now, I understand the frustration. It's like, man, why are you guys filming? Why are you guys doing that? Why are you guys filming in the filming in our business? That's weird, man. So I get it from that perspective. That's definitely you know, I understand that. But coming up in that man's face, you know, y'all talk about once again, y'all feel for your safety or fear for your safety. Not very much if you're in that man's face like that. Number one. Number two, the guy's not even asking questions. That's what's crazy to me. The guy's not, okay, what are you doing here? What are you mad at him about? Instead, you're just jumping in the middle of it. And like the guy says, you can't put your hands on people, man. You don't know what them people do. You put your hands on people's stuff and they didn't even touch you. They just standing there and you jump in the middle of something because she's triggered about it and you didn't even ask what was going on. Wait, what was happening? She might have said, oh man, this man, and then said something that is invalid, or you're like, oh, okay, well, man, you're a jerk. Stop doing that, man. And then continue walking. But you don't want to get into somebody's face and end up in the ER because now she not going to pay your ER bill. Your insurance going to be saying, okay, that copay is going to be $3,000. You ain't met your deductible yet. Oh, and by the way, you got to pay that copay as well. So that's going to be $500 if you have good insurance. For the copay, some of these copays for insurance are $1,000. And then you still got to pay the little split bills that they have. You know, oh, the doctor's office sent this, or the radiology office sent that. So you got to pay the hospital and then these individual bills. You want to get in trouble and you want to pay thousands of dollars? That's $4 or $5 grand right there. Just for getting in the middle of something that you shouldn't have. And let me ask, is she going to pay for all of that? No. Is she going to give to that? No. Oh, thank you so much for helping us. Oh, I'm so sorry you have to pay that bill. Start asking questions.
I'm about to go to the nail salon. Can you just cash out me $350?
$350? Yeah, $350.
Yeah, I gotta get my nails done.
I must look like a goofy or something to you.
What you mean?
$350? I'm not doing that. $350 for nails. I already been paying all the dates. And I know no nails don't cost no $350 anyway. I don't know where
My
you
nails
came
are in
up.
my toes.
You
I'm
was-
getting a full set and a pedicure.
But y'all want IG models.
Yeah, that's a lie. I ain't doing that right now.
Anyways, can you just cash out me, please?
Why you saying anyways? I just told you no.
Are you serious? Are you acting in front of them or are you for real?
Nah, what you mean? Like that's wife stuff. Like I don't not just coming out of the pocket for nails, bills, dates. You want me to pay for everything.
Oh, so you really not gonna you really gonna do this in front of them?
$350 ain't much.
$350 ain't much.
Give her the money for the nails.
See, that's why me and you don't go together.
Yeah, you give it to her. I ain't got it.
Oh, well, if you don't have it, just say you don't have it, babe.
I don't got it for you.
I hope y'all are embarrassed by what this man about to say.
Ladies, this one is for you.
So we have thousands of you in our inbox and you're all looking for white men. Well, I'm going to tell you, don't date a white man just for status. A white man is not going to change your life. We are just the same as a black guy. A white man can be broke. A white guy can cheat. A white man can have a wife and pretend he is not married.
Hello?
So he can have another girlfriend. So we are exactly the same as the black race. So please do not come in my inbox saying you just want a white guy because you think your life will change just by dating this white guy. It won't.
It won't.
A lot of white guys are broke. A lot of white guys are cheaters. So this is what I've come on here to say today, to you ladies especially, because a lot of you are in our inbox. And your life will not change just by dating a white guy. Thank you. Take care.
The fact that this white man feels so comfortable to get online and make this video to tell y'all desperate Debbies to get out of white men's inbox, get out their comments, they not finna elevate your life, they not finna be no better than a black man. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. If you feel like white men are better than black men, if you've ever said, I'm about to start dating outside of my race, you don't get to celebrate Black History Month no more. You're done, okay? What's today? The 10th? You're done. You're done. You ain't even get halfway through. Y'all should genuinely be ashamed. If you are going behind, chasing behind pink meat, you need to be ashamed. Okay? And you don't get to celebrate Black History Month no more because I said so. You're done.
I'm getting sick and tired of you pranking me about this booger in my nose. I hate this type of joke. That's an American thing. That is not a Trinidad thing, and that is not my type of humor.
I don't know where you come from, but the environment I come from, we keep our hands to ourselves.
So I can't do this?
So what I'm gonna tell you is, stop. You're gonna try to get a wreck? Keep your hands to yourself and watch your tongue. Because I can literally pull over right now and you'll be taking an Uber for the rest of the ride home.
You're not gonna do that to me.
Hey.
No, I'm gonna give you a serious hit.
Yeah. About to get off right here.
No, I'm not getting off
Yeah.
right here. Bilal, you have to be a madman to stop at the side of the road like this.
Yeah, this is the highway.
Just because I give you a little tap.
Yeah. You thought I was joking.
Let me tell you what ain't a joke. This is pretty serious. Keep your hands to yourself right now.
To my ladies that have been fucking on a man for the last few months with no title, y'all just link up, do what y'all do, whatever the case may be. You don't think it's a little bit embarrassing for you to have to sit here and open your mouth and ask this man with a serious ass face, so you're not gonna ask me to be a Valentine's, and Valentine's Day is 3 days away? I'm gonna be the first one to tell you he hasn't asked you to be his Valentine's because he doesn't like you like that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound mean or harsh, but it's the truth. He doesn't like you like that because a man that wants to will, with no questions asked, with no hesitation. He's gonna do that shit naturally because you're the woman he wants to do it for. Just because a guy is throwing dick in you does not mean he likes you like that. You're just convenient. You're the one that always picks up the phone when his shit is rock hard, and you're ready with your legs open whenever he needs you to be. That does not mean that man likes you like that. And I need y'all to take this week as a sign. If he hasn't asked you and you've been fucking on him for months, he don't like you like that. And I'm gonna need you to find some self-love and take your ass somewhere else to a good man where you're gonna be appreciated, and to a man that actually likes you like that. Stop wasting your time on these motherfuckers that don't want to do shit but just bust a nut on you or in you. Like dead ass though.
Well, you trying to give her advice? She don't care. She wanted it too. She was ready to go as well. So she's only now thinking about Valentine's Day because all of the girls around her are getting that treatment. Other than that, she really didn't care.
Really understand what it is that most women like want out of relationships, and it's so deeply confusing to me because a lot of y'all, like, even in the like most perfect version of your relationship, you're still echoing like think pieces about patriarchy, right? Like it's the same like dichotomy, but just like they works to your advantage as a woman, right? Most women, right? They're like, well, I want a man who provides, like, who protects. And it's like, what does that mean to you? Like, what does that mean to you? 9 times out of 10, when you ask a woman what that means, she's literally only talking about financially. Like physically protect her or like financially provide for her, right? Like I saw this video the other day and she was like a man complaining about like not knowing where to park gave her the ick. And I'm just like, y'all complain about everything. Like y'all want is so like insanely superficial out of relationship that I'm just like, maybe I understand why I'm single now, because like everyone's operating from this like societal place where I'm personally looking for something like spiritually transformative. Right? Like if it's not spiritually transformative, I don't desire it. I like know that what I want is like from echoes of an old world or echoes of a past life. I just don't understand the concept of relationships these days. Like most of the women that I know are like happy in relationships as long as the guy like kind of brings them peace, you know, he's nice, just this like sense of happiness. What I'm looking for is like this deep compatibility, like in every aspect of the way. Like I'm looking for somebody to like transform me spiritually. I don't just want to be wined and dined. I don't want to be just physically protected. I don't want to just be financially provided for. All of those things are nice, and I would not reject any of those things. But none of those things are even like remotely close enough to a sufficient relationship for me. That, I don't want to say it's bare minimum, because that's not even bare minimum. Like those are like extras to me. That's not bare minimum. That's extras. Like I'm looking for soul level compatibility to a point where I can't even explain it, but I would know it if I got it. Yeah. Like I don't even know. Like I think y'all want patriarchy. You just want a version of patriarchy that's nice for you.
So this guy that's been trying to take me out, finally picked a day. And so I was like, okay, well, what time and where? And he said, well, I don't know. Do you like coffee? Now, on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being super bitch and 0 being no bitch at all, can I respond never on a first date?
This is the exact attitude that is honestly exhausting for men. My honest advice is to please show this attitude off as soon as possible to the men that you're speaking to, because at least then they will have an honest take of who you are as a person and how it would be to be in a relationship with you. And then at least that man will be free to either just focus on his own peace or find somebody else to focus on.
Things just got so much worse for the TikTok DoorDash girl because this is becoming a nightmare for her. So on October 12, 2025, a DoorDash driver by the name of Olivia Henderson got an order in Oswego, New York. All she had to do was leave the food at the door, take a picture of the food, and continue on with her night. Instead, she allegedly made a series of awful decisions. The police and prosecution, they're alleging that she pushed the door open and decided to film a drunk dude who was passed out on his couch with his pants down.
Their front door was wide open. Their lights were on. They were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles.
So she says the door was wide open. And the police and prosecutors say otherwise. And the reason they're saying this is because there's allegedly Ring doorbell footage of her either opening or pushing the door open.
There have been a lot of people saying things like, I entered the customer's home or I opened the customer's door, but I can assure you that I did not do either of those things. And I have obtained irrefutable proof that the door was already wide open when I arrived to the customer's house.
Okay, so we have two sides saying two different things. Then she had her arraignment, which was actually televised, and she asked to ban cameras, but the judge reportedly responded, so now you don't want cameras involved. So I wouldn't say that was a strong start for her, but that was her arraignment. This is how her first hearing went.
We just got out of the court case for the TikTok DoorDash girl. 10:50 rolls around. Woman who looks like the DoorDash girl, who I think was, she gets up after talking to her public defender and leaves. And I'm like, uh-oh. What's going on now? I go out to the clerk, I talk to them, and I'm thinking, okay, there's a continuation that happened. Instead, I found out this was divested to county court. So that means most likely they could penalize her a lot harder. So that means that most likely she won't get a slap on the wrist. So currently she is facing 8 years in prison. That's her max sentence because it's a 4-year max sentence for each of the felonies. And her minimum sentence seems to be a couple years of probation. And that is if she's convicted 100% though. It seems like she was moved to Superior Court. So that's actually even worse for her. Uh-oh. So that's what we have right now. She's currently facing 8 years in prison. That's the worst case. She's not going to get that. But her minimum is at least a couple years on probation.
Coming to a beautiful woman with no offerings is crazy fucking work. I would agree. It really just all depends on your mindset. And what I don't subscribe to is like the mindset that everybody owes you something. Realistically, nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you shit. We're all supposed to be out here, you know, building our own legacies and ecosystems and this, that.
Talking about coming to a beautiful woman with no offerings. What are you, a pastor? I'm at church. That's what I mean. These women, they really want you to idolize and worship them. Like, coming to a beautiful woman with no offerings, this is sex worker logic. Just say how much for the cat, how much you want for the box. And then contradict yourself by saying no one owes you anything. So why must we as men come to women with financial gain? Why? Why can't we just come to women as we are, present ourselves, and then we can see what reciprocity these women are willing to give to us, and then from there, we choose to move forward. But immediately expecting us as men to empty out our pockets, to just give, so that you can just take. For what? These majority of women, they operate like this, they think like this. They want you to come with everything, knowing they'll give you nothing. And then we'll sit here and tell you that no one is owed anything. We're all supposed to build it all for ourselves, but except when it comes to an attractive woman, all of a sudden, she's owed something. These women really move and act as if they're owed something for doing nothing, simply for their looks. You don't owe women anything. So you're dealing with these women, don't give them anything other than what you naturally already do. If it's something that's already part of your lifestyle, that's all she gets to enjoy. Never go above and beyond, because one, they're already entitled in their mind to these things. So why give it to them? There's going to be no appreciation. These women are delusional. And they have this mentality that is such a weak mentality. This is what feminists essentially fought for. Women that claim to have independence, but yet they keep speaking on the dependency that they have on men for their resources financially. It makes no sense to me, just like it makes no sense to her in the statement she just made. Nonetheless, it's trust fund baddies only. Stick to women who have the second half of her logic, because the first half, that's a prostitute, my brother.
Again, who is telling y'all that y'all belong in this category? I'm not saying that she doesn't look good. I'm just saying y'all put on so much makeup. Y'all put on so much. You have so many add-ons, so many enhancements that you look drastically different from what you would without makeup on. And then when we look at you without makeup on, you're like, oh, right now you might be an 8 or a 9. Without the makeup, you probably a 5. It's like, oh man, no, at least a 6. No, some of these women, a 5. You look like a 5. So who's putting y'all in that territory? Who's giving y'all permission to go into that camp?
And men, you need to be able to tell her to shut the fuck up. Not literally, you will never catch me promoting aggressiveness with your partner. But what I am saying is that if you're in a relationship, and God forbid, a marriage with kids, with a woman that is super dominating, hypercritical, controlling, and doesn't respect you, that is half your fault, because leadership is about making decisions with intention. So in the dating vetting process, it is so important to assert boundaries and say, that's not going to work with me. No, I'm not okay with that. So that you can see how she reacts. Is she receptive to your leadership, or does she start defending herself? Does she get guarded and challenge you, or does everything have to go her way? Because if so, why would you marry her and have kids, especially? Why would you choose to keep moving forward in that direction, especially when you know that's not what I want for myself and it's not what I want for my kids? Oh, maybe because anytime someone's upset with you and you have to assert a boundary with someone, your heart sinks into your fucking ass and it goes all over the place and you're like, I'm scared. What do I do? So you find someone that will do it for you, because with a woman that takes charge of everything, you don't have to worry about it, because she will do what you're too afraid to. Oh, that's okay. Like, if I don't do it, she's got it. So there's no pressure. You're constantly ducking your head, hoping things just work itself out, so you will get with someone that you know they will, even if they'll resent you for it. And then when you have kids, you are going to be the nice guy. You're going to be the good cop. You're going to overly love and be overly affectionate with your children, because you want to make sure they feel loved, because they deal with their mom's mood swings. They have to be subjected to her toxicity because that's who you chose as a partner. But that's exactly the dynamic that creates weak children. A weak father and a weak mother, because strong fathers, They deal with challenges head on. They don't avoid confrontation. They don't collapse within themselves and shrink and let someone else make all the decisions because they're too afraid to. Strong fathers don't do that, because it is foolish to think that you can live like that passively, that things will just work itself out, and that you will still create a stable environment for your children to be raised in.
Women over 40 are delusional.
Well, not all women, but yeah, modern society has caused women a lot of issues when it comes to reality.
We're so delusional because we walk in a room and we look around and we're like, oh, there's no way I am the same age as that girl.
Yeah, especially on aging. The most common thing I come across is women can't accept that a man who can choose between a 25-year-old and a 45-year-old, everything else being equal, will choose the 25-year-old. They all say an older woman shouldn't lower her standards just to be with someone. But if a man has options between the 25-year-old and the 45-year-old, he would be lowering his standards if he chose the 45-year-old.
Because you're fucking delusional. You think you still look like you're 25. Because you're full of trauma and Botox at this point.
Which is why they can't accept reality and instead blame society for programming men to want younger women. Even as those same older women spend thousands upon thousands of dollars every year to try and look younger.
Delusional.
My brother, Princess. What did I say? I was a man. Y'all said I was a man, so come outside. Come outside for real.
Like, this is the delusion, okay? So, like, just so you're holding a gun and changing your voice, that doesn't make you, like, it just doesn't change all of a sudden. You don't go just from, yeah, I'm being a woman, and now I'm being a man because I got a gun, but then I'm going to be back to a woman. It doesn't work like that. Okay, you know, you guys have probably heard what's happened in British Columbia, Canada, and if you haven't, there was a school shooting, and a lot of people were injured, and unfortunately a lot of people were also taken. The problem is that they're keeping the identity of the shooter secret. Now, it's said that it's possible because this person's a minor, but it's also because this person's trans. The worst part is that the only type of information that we can get about this is from whistleblowers that were there to confirm this, because the news, they don't want to talk about it. We're a liberal-run government, so we're probably going to hear about how we should definitely ban guns, but we're never going to hear about the mental illness that was running rampant within this young minor.
No, you don't deserve a home-cooked meal. But what home? You homeless.
So just because I'm homeless, I can't wake up to I can't wake up to no plate of food.
No.
I can't get no back rubs.
No.
I can't get no foot rubs. I can't get catered to. I can't get no kisses.
No.
I can't get no affection.
No.
I can't give out no back shots.
Hell no. Hell no.
Just because I'm homeless, man. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve peace.
No.
I don't deserve a smile.
Well, you getting that. You getting that.
People
Because I'm
making death
laughing at
threats
your
about
way.
me because I'm homeless and I just want some love, man. Where the real women at?
The
Back me
real
up, man. We're the
women?
ones who loyal, the good women, man. Who see the potential in a man. Why y'all gotta dog me out? What I do?
Oh my God. What? First of all, I'm just gonna say this. The reason why he's not having much success is because he's ugly. Because there was a man that had gray green eyes that got on here. He was living in Atlanta, and he got on here and said, I think he went on Facebook. That's where he's more likely to succeed at. But he got on Facebook and was like, I'm homeless. I'm looking for somewhere to stay. I'm just trying to get on my feet. And da-da-da-da. And it was women in the comments talking about, oh yeah, you can come stay with me. You can come live with me. You can come stay with me. Like, what? And to me, the man wasn't that fine because I like old men, but he had gray eyes. So the women were just falling over. And then he ended up finding somewhere to live. Okay? So he's just not attractive enough to be homeless and have a woman to take care of him. But there's always somebody out there that's desperate enough. There's always a woman out there that is desperate enough to take him in and feed him and clothe him and walk him like a dog. Okay? Take him outside to use the bathroom. walk him up and down the streets. There's a woman right now willing to let him drive her car. Okay? Like, all he need to do is just hold on a little longer. It's not happening as quickly because he ain't as attractive as the other men, but it'll happen for sure. I be seeing women on here, it be men in prison, behind bars, and they be all in the comments like, oh, I'm gonna write you, I'm gonna be your prison wife, da da da. Just give him a couple of more months, okay? He may be well into the new year, okay? He'll find somebody. He sure will.
He needs to be out there working, Doc. He needs to be out there looking for a job. At that point in time, if you homeless, you need to be probably, well, there ain't no way that you're going to get a back rub because you're going to be asleep. You know what I mean? You're going to be asleep before, well, I mean, I guess if you ain't got no job, you be up late. She going to be asleep because she already got a job. So you going to be up late looking for a job. And then once you finally come in there and go to bed, ain't going to be no good morning kiss. It's going to be you kissing her on the cheek and then going back in there and looking for a job. That's the way it's going to go till you find a job.
One day, my husband at the time, he cheated on me, whatnot. He came over to see the kids, and I was in the shower. While I was in the shower, he knocked on the door. I was like, can I come in? I was like, no. And after that, he knocked again, and I was like, you know what? Go ahead. And after that, while he came into the shower with me and whatnot, so I made pretend I was going to give him head. While I was going down, I took a rusty blade. It was a rusty blade. I sliced, down the middle, because now if it's a rusty blade, you got to go to the hospital, get the shot. Meanwhile, he got a whole girlfriend. He was living with his whole girlfriend, the girlfriend at this time. So now you got to go home and tell your girl what happened, right? Yeah, that's what happened.
Hello? I was dating this African nigga one time, and I got his house broken in. Allegedly, I got his house. No. So I was dating this African nigga one time, and so allegedly someone broke into his house. I don't know who broke into his house, but I think allegedly. So he was out of country, and I knew he was out of country. He told me his mama got a school in Nigeria, and his house was empty. I'm 20 at the time. That was like the best dick I'd ever had. So I got his house broken into. Allegedly, someone broke into his house. Allegedly, so I don't have proof. Of course I wouldn't have proof, because it was alleged.
Toxic Confessions is now your new favorite show. Here, the entire world comes to confess to me. Your darkest secrets will come to me. The sins of your gods will come to me. 3 new episodes drop every Sunday exclusively on Patreon for the free price of $1 a month. Click the link in our bio and watch your new favorite show today. Toxic Confessions.
And you hear this type of stuff, and you hear how a lot of these ladies are talking about, we fear for our life. We're scared for our life. Are you scared for your life because you're out here doing the wrong thing? And you're afraid of the consequences and repercussions that are going to come back to you? Is that what you're afraid of?
You're my wife. You're supposed to do what I say and listen to me. What don't you get? Who the hell were you on the phone with, baby?
Dude, what's going on?
What are you guys doing here?
You're just fucked. You just told us what happened.
Why would you tell them that? You really want to complain to your friends?
Yeah, how do you talk to her like that? Yeah. Apologize.
She's my wife. I can talk to her how I want to.
We're not leaving until you
guys can go.
Well, no, we're not leaving until you guys apologize.
Oh my god.
You heard them?
I'm sorry, okay? I won't do it again.
No. I think you should just go to bed. Yeah. Let's go already. No, he's tripping. Let's go. Sorry, she was like... That apology was weak. That was weird. Yeah.
In this situation, both of them are wrong. Both. Number one, as a husband, you shouldn't be speaking to your wife in any type of way, man. Jesus said it himself, right? Our job is to love them as Christ loved the church, man. You gotta really think about how strong that is, right? No one's perfect. I'm not gonna sit here and say I am, but no one's perfect. And also, going to God with your problems is what you should be doing as a wife. You shouldn't be going to your friends. You shouldn't be going out to the family members and this and that. No, that's the problem of our generation, man. It's going to the Lord. That's what the purpose of a covenant and a marriage is, man. It's going to the Lord with our problems and everything that we're feeling and all of our problems and worries with our partner. God, I need help. God, we need help. I urge you guys to watch The War Room, man. You know, it's a great movie. It's all about just running to Jesus with our problems, man. Whether it's our relationship, our business, our family, whatever it is, man, because God can do the work for us. God will do the work for us. You know, God has a plan for everything, man. I truly believe that we can fight our problems with the Word of God. And I don't care who you are, what you're going through, man. It's going to resonate. Read your Bible. Talk to the Lord. Let Him handle your problems, man. God is bigger than our problems.
Did y'all all come in here to cook? Do you not know how to cook? Is that something that all of y'all gonna be doing tonight? I don't need it. It don't take but one person. But if you want to leave one behind to help her out, then 2 people. But however it go, this dinner need to get made.
Open the door, place their infant inside, take the orange bag, which has resources for mom, shut the door, and literally just walk away. Baby.
Did you hear that, moms? It's now easier than ever to abandon your babies. So a father who won custody of his child, can he do that? Is that for men to? Oh, it's not. Oh, it's just women that are allowed to abandon their babies when they're not ready. Oh, and we only ostracize men when they do. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. That's actually protected under safe haven law. What she's doing, safe haven law has been around forever. It gives women the right to essentially just abandon their babies. And it's funny because in society, we are obsessed with chasing men down and calling them deadbeats whenever they walk away from children that they weren't ready for, that they couldn't afford, right? But then we give women a million different options. Just drop your baby off in this box here. Just abort your baby. Just put your baby up for adoption. And let me make it very clear. I support all of these things. What I don't support is women sitting up on this weird little high horse looking down at men like men are oppressing them and citing like our body autonomy, like we can't get abortions. I'm sorry, there's a million different ways that women abandon their babies, and I feel like women, we abandon our children like 3 times higher than men because we have all these other ways to do it, and it's legal. Men, if they walk away from an unplanned pregnancy, they get jail time, they get ostracized in their communities, their reputations get destroyed. I want to sit here and like live in this delusion that men are just like not oppressed and we are? Do you see how easy it is to abandon your baby and your responsibilities? Fuck off.
I can remember being a young boy at my grandma's house. My grandfather, he ain't came home yet. We couldn't sit down and have no dinner, and that man ain't came in the house. And this man, the one that put the plate on the table, my grandma, man, you better, eat your nails. Get in there. He'll be home in a minute.
Your nails.
Yeah, like we not finna sit down and feast, and this man ain't came through the door yet, and he out there didn't work that hard. And right now, in today's time, most women don't even look at it that way.
Period.
We ate already, baby. Go in there and grab, you know what I mean?
Yeah. My dad was served first. He got first plate every single
talked about that
time.
before.
Who do you serve first, your kids or your husband?
Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why I have served my kids first is because I want their little ass to sit down and eat. And because a lot of times their food is ready first because they will eat everything but the green beans or whatever. And I'm still making something that's on his plate, or he likes his food extra well done. But we've had this whole debate, and I didn't know it was a big deal.
So you have sons?
Yes.
Sons that are watching your
Oh,
dynamic.
shit, she just like you. He was like, no, because they see you, and they got to know what it's supposed to be like in the household.
They need to know the hierarchy.
Yeah,
It's not
they need to know who the leader.
He the head of the household.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You the neck of the household.
Yeah.
And then it's the rest of them,
Yeah.
right? You are subconsciously teaching your children that it's okay for them to come second to their kids in their marriage. When they are married one day, you're teaching them that it's okay for their woman to put the kids first. It's not.
What if he not even downstairs yet?
It don't
No
matter.
matter. I just told you my we couldn't eat till Papa came home.
You are teaching
I
your
know.
kids.
I didn't think about it like that.
First. I might just be speaking from what I grew up on. What I know is I'm going to fix my man's plate. And I don't care whether y'all eat or not.
I'm always gonna fix
I'm
his
talking about
plate.
grown
No,
folks.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like food's ready.
We gotta protect Sarah, man.
Even though I probably wouldn't do this in my own home because I don't care about being served first. They waiting on me. They might not eat until 10 o'clock. So, and that's at night. The kids got to be in the bed by that time. So you waiting on me, you probably not going to eat. Not in the time that you want to. You want to eat at 5 or 6. I'm probably not going to eat until like 9 or 10. So, I mean, and at that, you might not want to make me too much because I might eat a little something. It just depends on the day, right? So if you want to set schedule, I don't know if that's going to be me, right? But I do understand what they're saying in terms of the family structure, the family hierarchy. It used to be, this is the time that we eat. This is who, when he comes in, like say for instance, if we all eat at 6, daddy's going to be home by 6. The world's different now, but daddy's going to be home by 6. You can wait until 6. All right. And when we get here, we all going to be at the table. That's why you have those big dining room tables for bigger families. We're going to all be at the table, and he going to get his plate first because he's been working hard. Now, y'all been at school, but, you know, once you get your own house, this is the way it'll go, or however you want it to go is the way it'll go in your house. But in this house, this is the order that we're going to follow. And like they were saying, the wife got in line with it. She said, well, this is where my husband's going. That's where I'm going. And kids, he might not have said this, but it's just respect. I give him respect. He might not have requested this, but it's respect. I give him respect. And y'all going to fall in line and give daddy respect. That's it. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's the environment I was brought up in. Like I said, I probably wouldn't do that in my home, but I understand it.
80% of women are not marriage material. They're not. They're selfish. They're self-centered. They don't have just what I would consider that base core feminine skill, that feminine quality. They don't have that. They don't even trust their own intuition. They don't even have good intuition. Like I'm trying to teach a woman about intuition, like what that is and how to know things. That is deeply a part of the feminine.
You blame that? You think you blame that heavily on like the feminist ideology? Or
for sure.
Okay.
Because remember, feminism wants a woman to separate her mind from her body. It wants her to separate fact from how you feel about things. So that they want you to say that how you feel and a biological fact, like they want to pull those things apart. Yeah. Wow. They want them to heavily rely on IVF and fertility treatments and surrogacy to have children, when a woman can have a baby for free, like as long as she works with nature.
I mean, take cooking and cleaning off the table. They're not actual women. You know, take bearing children out of the equation. They're not actual women. They might do activities that would lead you to believe that they behave like they are a woman, but they don't behave as women. They don't. They're not marriage material. And so therefore a man would not want you look like a woman, look like a baddie. But you're not something that I want over the long haul. Absolutely not.
Community members, can I talk to you guys? Let me tell you about the time I learned the hard way that sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side. Sometimes it's greener where you're at. I was in a relationship with this one amazing guy. He was pretty much everything that I was looking for, but there were some things that I was complaining about, and those things became bigger issues for me. Mind you, looking back, those things, I could have stayed and worked it out with him. But because one agent of the enemy came out of nowhere and started toasting me, at first I was like, sorry, I have a boyfriend. The guy just continued. Like, it was the way he carried himself. I was like, who is this guy? What does he have to say? Let me just hear him. That's how temptation works. So I heard him and I was like, this one is more of my type than who I'm dating. So because I do not believe in cheating, I ended up leaving my boyfriend at the time for this guy. Biggest mistake of my life. The biggest. That relationship did not know any road. I did not know where I was going with my life with that relationship. That relationship made me go astray from what I believed in. That relationship made me bend my non-negotiables. It showed me shaggy. It got me questioning, like, why am I here? Swear you don't know what I'm doing here. That relationship made me realize that sometimes the grass is not always greener on the other side. Sometimes the grass is greener right where you're at. Meaning that relationship that you're in, as long as the man is trying, you to stay there. And that thing that you're complaining about, stay there and work it out with him. You don't need to go and find another man to go and be doing nonsense with. sometimes the grass is greener where you're at.
Many women talk about high standard these days, but if we're being honest, some people it simply mean I expect a man to pour into my life while I show up with little effort or growth. So you want a man who is responsible, financially stable, faithful, emotionally aware, and strong in leadership. Yet you struggle with accountability, hard conversation. You expect a man to just understand you without explaining yourself clearly. Is he a magician? Sis, that's not partnership. That is emotional laziness. You want him to provide, lead, protect, reassure you, and regulate all your emotions. All at the same time, sis. How about now? So you say you value emotional maturity, but anytime they correct you, you become defensive. You say you want peace, yet you keep choosing men who bring confusion to your life and emotional stress because calmness feel unfamiliar. Then again, you say you want a very strong man. Okay, you want a strong man, but you don't cooperate when he wants to lead. You don't want to be guided. You don't want to be corrected. You want authority without alignment. That's not high standard though. That's entitlement. See, real standard is not about what you list on paper. They are about who you are becoming in private when no one is watching. If you ask me, if you want emotional maturity, deal with your unresolved wounds. If you want consistency, stop entertaining inconsistency. If you want depth, bring the substance. If you want leadership, strong man, be a woman that makes leadership easy. Good men still exist though, but some of them will never choose you because even you are not prepared for the kind of man that you're asking for. Well, here's my big sis advice to you. Build your standards on character, not on fantasy. Because that your entitlement, when it is packaged as an empowerment, is not self-confidence. So they are deceiving you. It's self-deception. So my ladies, save this so that you can come back to it or share it with a woman who has been misled.
That's pretty much it. Men know exactly what these modern women are talking about. Modern women don't think that they do, but men know exactly what you're talking about, and they're not wasting their money.
I've talked to multiple women, I shit you not, who have literally told me that they often can't tell whether a man is cute or if he's just tall. Like, that's how much height with the female perception. The man could be as ugly as sin, but if he's 6'4", there are gonna be women who will line up to sleep with him because they can't tell the difference. That's how much height short circuits the female brain. And this is important because I think that we have a grossly distorted view of averages in this case. The average man in America is 5'9", which is already significantly above the global male average of 5'6". And the average American woman is around 5'3". But perhaps you've heard that roughly half, 49% of all women on dating apps set their height filters to 6 feet tall. As already mentioned, only 14% of American men are that tall, and only 25% of men over 30 are single. Taken together, this means that a great deal of women in the US are attempting to date the same very small percentage of men. And this, of course, both radically increases those women's intrasexual competition and those men's optionality, driving down the likelihood that any of those men will commit to any of those women.
And you know, some women, they'll try to go outside of the market and they'll try to get a man that they call like a simp. They'll try to get a man that's like, oh man, he doesn't look as good as this guy, but you know, he looks okay. I can still bring him out in public. But what he has that this other guy might not have, or maybe he does have it, is he has okay looks, but he still has money. He has just as much money, if not more money, than this guy that you guys are going after. You know, 90, 80, 90% of you women, you're going after the top 10% of men, or maybe 10, 20% of men. This guy right here falls just outside of the top 10, 20% of men. But this is a diamond in the rough. And so women start coming out of the 10, 20%. Actually, they don't even leave the 10, 20%. They just come down to him and say, okay, you know, I'm going to put him on my roster. Once again, modern women follow trends. So they come out of that and they say, I'm going to put him on my roster as somebody because he's a nice guy. This guy has worked hard. He looks okay, you know, and he's actually, you know, looking for a little something. And he believes that this woman, because she's not looking at Chad and Tyrone anymore, actually likes him. Oh, okay, well, I'm glad somebody saw something in me. But she's actually using this guy. And then the other women, might be friends. That's what the T app is for. That's what Are We Dating the Same Guy is for. Because they might put a man like this. Chad and Tyrone going to be in there. But they put a man like this in a group and say, this man is this, and this. The man might not have even done anything. But I'm putting you on game. I'm letting you know this is the target. This is the guy that we're going for now. This is the trend. Chad and Tyrone are out for the summer. When it becomes wintertime and we want to bring somebody around our family, Chad and Tyrone, they have the look. But for right now, in the summer or when we need our bills paid, we're going to go for a guy like this who falls outside of the top 10, right? But he's still kind of in range. You can still get some money from him. So multiple women basically start trying to put him on their roster as a resource, as a tool. Well, we're just friends, and you should be a gentleman still and still pay for this, but I'm not going to be expected to give you anything or be your girlfriend or be anything to you. That's what these modern women start doing, right? And I feel like men are starting to understand, hey, and that's why you ain't got no gold to dig. I do have gold to dig. That's why you're over here in my face. You might try to gaslight me, but that's not going to work. I know why you come over here. Chad and Tyrone don't want you. The guys that you wanted, you sitting up here setting your filter to 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", and bragging about it. I've been watching you. I've been listening to you. You didn't actually come over here because you wanted me. You actually came over here to make me a part of your little roster. Well, I got this man over here. He pays for everything. And I give him a little time. I give him a little kiss on the cheek here and there. And we might have a makeout session, but we don't go anywhere after that. And then I have a guy over here who's a handyman. Once again, this guy falls outside of the top 10. And I put him on my roster because I need him to mount a TV or fix something around my house, right? Then I got another guy over here that'll send me lunch. Got another guy over here that will let me borrow his car. These are good guys that fall outside of the top 10. Trying to work and do their thing, trying to make it somewhere. I'm going to get these guys, put them on my roster, tell my friends about them because they might need to use them as a resource sometime, but not too much. And then that's how I'm going to live my life. You're fine right now. You're beautiful right now. You look good right now. But once you start hitting 30, 35, 40, and all of that attention goes away, now what do you have?